Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode of That Average Joe. So if you haven't recognized by now, I am very Southern. Even to Southern people around where I live, I would probably be considered a hick because I have such a strong Southern accent. I try to hide it in my videos a lot of time, but this is pretty much what I sound like all the time, and I can't hide it too much. As a kid, I really tried to hide it because I didn't want to stand out from everybody, but as an adult, I kind of embraced it as another aspect of who I am and something to be proud of, and it makes me different. So it's always good to kind of stand out in the crowd, I guess. But a lot of people are completely mystified by a Southern accent. And along with those Southern accents, we have a lot of Southern phrases. And that's what I'm actually going to share with you today, is some Southern phrases from a Southern guy. So we're going to start it out with, we're having a coming to Jesus meeting. That means we're going to come together and talk about some stuff that needs to be talked about. Bless your heart. Normally spoken after you say negative about somebody, well, bless their heart. She's dumb as a bag of bricks, but bless her heart. Well, doesn't that just fry your tater? You can't waller with the pigs and not get dirty, and you can't sleep with the dogs and not get fleas. You want to? That's rather than you want to. Y'all ain't right. You ain't from around here. People usually like to hear me say tire, fire, wire. I don't hear it, but I'm sure whatever, that's probably some of the words that people like Southerner to say. Look who's coming back yonder. I'm fixing to whoop your ass. Act like you've been to town before. If that had been a snake, it would have bit me. Now skedaddle. I'm gonna fix me a mater sandwich and some mashed taters. She was madder than a wet hen. How's your mama and them? Instead of how's your mama and them, it's and them. Well, I do declare. Oh, hell no. He ain't got the good sense God gave a goat. I'm busier than a one-legged man at an ass-kicking contest. Well, that's finer than frog's hair. And I'm as full as a tick on a hound dog. What in tarnation are you doing? That doesn't amount to a hill of beans. If you can't remember its name, just call it a doohickey. You're preaching to the choir. And I love you a bushel and a peck. And she's madder than a cat getting baptized. But this ain't my first rodeo. And I'm grinning like a possum eating grits. Oh gosh, I really come out on that one, didn't it? Worse than trying to herd cats. And I haven't seen you since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Used to always hear that when I was a little kid. And what in the Sam hell? And that man is nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. And she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. Well, I reckon so. She could charm the dew right off a honeysuckle. You can make a preacher drink. She's living high on the hog. But he ain't got a pot to pee in. You're getting too big for your britches. You're as useless as teats on a boar's hog. Goodness gracious. Ain't no skin off my nose, and I'm all gussied up with nowhere to go. I got a hankering for some cornbread. And I do love me some cornbread. I am a corn-fed white boy. It came a gully washer. I could give 2 hoots and a holler. And do I look like I just fell off a turnip truck? probably do. You can't make a silk purse out of a hog's ear. Goodness gracious, and heavens to Betsy. And I haven't seen you in a coon's age. He's a real humdinger. She can't carry a tune in a bucket. Well, hush my mouth. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that's just some southern sayings around here. Surprisingly, you hear them more often than you'd think. And so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you'll come back and watch another. And I hope to see you soon if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. So y'all come back now. You hear?